If you see each time that Gary Antuanne Russell beat Boots Ennis, he was going to the body, high volume punching, never let him set up, always had him on his back foot. Who is the perfect fighter to do all of that? Have you in your back foot at all times. Never let you reset. Never let you control the pace. Never let you control the 3-minute intervals of the fight. Who does that? Errol the Truth Spence. If Gary Antuanne Russell is the kryptonite to Jaron Boots Ennis, Errol the Truth Spence style is the kryptonite to Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is beyond the passing of the eye test. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know that Jaron Boots Ennis got every tool in the toolbox. He is the total package. Any tool you want from a fighter, Boots Ennis got it in this toolbox. The complete package, the total package, could do everything you want a fighter to do in the ring. Yet, are we ahead of ourselves? Are we just a little bit hype with Jaron Boots Ennis? Now, look, if y'all been following the channel, I know that I've been pumping Jaron Boots Ennis since the beginning of my channel. Jaron Boots Ennis, I told everybody that he's the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. And people was like, yo, Punch, calm down. You like to hype these young fighters and stuff like that, man. I said, I got an eye for talent. And y'all already know that I'm an amateur boxing head. And look out for LD Cedric Martinez, the second coming of Errol the Truth Spence. But anyway, Boots Ennis. Are we ahead of ourselves by saying that he could beat Errol the Truth Spence, that he could beat Bud Crawford, that he could beat Keith from Tom Thurman? Now, of course, he got the tools to challenge him. He's a young, hungry lion in this division, a phenom in this division. He could challenge each and every 147-pounder, all right? But could he beat them? Now, let me try to humble myself just a little bit when it comes to Jaron Boots Ennis, because, of course, I think highly of Jaron Boots Ennis. Y'all know that young fighters, they usually fight a lot of fights versus guys that tailor-made for them to look good, to stack their resume, to the point where you want to see them televised and things of that nature for the network to pick them up so they could get televised and entertain the boxing fans. So you got to go with their amateur skill set. You got to go, especially with the young fighters, because that's how they build. That's the hype, is their amateur skill set, because they really haven't fought those type of elite fighters in which we could say, damn, this is a great fighter. Like, he got great skills and talent. But are they a great fighter yet? And I would say like this. Could he beat Errol the Truth Spence? Errol the Truth Spence may be a hard task. Why is Errol? Why Spence? Let's not forget, when we break it down boxing, we got to break it down on boxing logically and objectively. We got to see the skill set and styles make fights. Now, we all know that he's got the potential to beat all these guys. But we all know who's his kryptonite. Gary Antuanne Russell is the kryptonite to Jaron Boots Ennis. Now, I know we don't like to use the triangle theory, but hey, let's just talk technical wise. Style make fights. Gary Antuanne Russell is a southpaw. Errol the Truth Spence, southpaw. Now, how does Gary Antuanne Russell got Jaron Boots Ennis numbers? Gary Antuanne Russell, he goes to the body. The accumulation of punches of Gary Antuanne Russell. Now, when we look at the welterweight division today, Bud Crawford is not a high-volume puncher. Keith Thurman is not a high-volume puncher. A lot of guys in the welterweight division is not a high-volume puncher. Maybe Virgil Ortiz, but nobody's a high-volume puncher like Errol the Truth Spence. If you see each time that Gary Antuanne Russell beat Boots Ennis, he was going to the body, high-volume punching, never let him set up, always had him on his back foot. Who is the perfect fighter to do all of that? Have you in your back foot at all times. Never let you reset. Never let you control the pace. Never let you control the 3-minute intervals of the fight. Who does that? Errol the Truth Spence. If Gary Antuanne Russell is the kryptonite to Jaron Boots Ennis, Errol the Truth Spence style is the kryptonite to Jaron Boots Ennis. Maybe. Am I speaking unbiasedly, logically, and objectively? Gary Antuanne Russell beat him because he was a high volume puncher. He punches and he throws more than Boots Ennis. He overwhelmed Boots Ennis each and every time that they fought. He goes to the body real well. He has him in his back foot. And look, Jaron Boots Ennis, I'm not going to say that Jaron Boots Ennis didn't grow from that, but at the end of the day, we're looking at what we already seen. And again, when we're talking about young fighters, they're still, their tools is that elite amateur skill set, which you could be highly successful in the professional level. Let's not act like we don't know why we praise Vasily Lomachenko, why we praise Rigondeaux, because what they did in the amateurs. You understand what I'm trying to say? So let's not neglect their amateur skill set and what they did in the amateurs. So, Errol the True Spence has all the quality to do to Jaron Boots Ennis like Gary Antuanne Russell did. And if Gary Antuanne Russell moves to the welterweight division and fight his rivalry, who will we say will win? Let's be real. Yeah, Jaron Boots Ennis, he's looking good in the welterweight division, but let's not forget that this guy has his number. Gary Antuanne Russell got Boots Ennis' number. So when we look at this, so now we got to humble ourselves a little bit. Yes, Jaron Boots Ennis look good, look perfect. Yeah, with the level of competition that he's been fighting, the Sergey Lipinets of the world, the Delorme and things like that. He's doing what he needs to do with the guys that they put in front of him. But the guys that they put in front of him doesn't prepare him to fight the likes of Errol the Truth Spence. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it again. If y'all haven't heard me say it. Errol Spence got the best motor, got the best engine of all of boxing. I used to say that Errol Spence and Chocolatito has it. But I'm going to tell you like this. Errol Spence got the best motor in the sport of boxing. Punch resistance. Is Boots Ennis prepared to go 12 rounds with a guy that does not let you reset, is going to come at you at all times, throw high volume punching, goes to the body, break you down fighter, good stiff jab. I'm not saying that Errol Spence is great on the defensive end, because if you throw a lot, you're subjected to be countered. And I've seen Errol the True Spence be countered. Yet he makes some type of adjustments in which he sometimes don't even make adjustments. He just keep on coming and coming. He overwhelms you. And who could overwhelm Boots Ennis the way that Gary Antuanne Russell did? Errol the Truth Spence. Now, of course, he may have grown. Boots Ennis may have grown, but have we seen him be in the ring with somebody that we could say, oh shit, we saw some new shit from Boots Ennis. We see some new things. We saw some new wrinkles. I don't think nobody has pushed him to the limit, and I believe that nobody's gonna push him to the limit until he fights the likes of Errol the True Spence, Bud Crawford, Keith and Tom Thurman. And Virgil Ortiz as well, because I believe that Virgil Ortiz is also, he mirrors Errol Spence, in my opinion. They came from the same school. He's orthodox, but I think that Virgil Ortiz mirrors Errol Spence, in my opinion. So even Virgil Ortiz is going to be a hard task. I think that, to be honest, Boots Ennis, I think, will have a easier task fighting Bud Crawford and Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman and Bud Crawford is not going to overwhelm you with punches. Now they're going to overwhelm you with their awkwardness. That's one thing, you know what I'm saying? Both of these guys could switch. Keith Thurman and Bud Crawford could switch, just like Boots Ennis could switch. But I think that Boots Ennis is a slicker fighter. But Keith Thurman throws, you know what I'm saying? His combination that he throws is kind of not textbook, is unpredictable. Counter punching and stuff like that. Got power off the back foot. Could hit you with a 1-2 off the back foot, could hit you with a left hook and stuff like that. Bud Crawford could switch up and stuff like that. Bud Crawford, hell of a fighter, got all the skills as well as Boots Ennis and stuff like that. Probably more experienced, probably more knowledgeable. Again, Virgil Ortiz mirror Errol Spence, but Errol Spence is just, when it comes to energy, when it comes to output, it's hard to outdog Errol Spence. It's hard to outpoint Errol Spence. It's very, very hard to beat Errol Spence when he just knows the point system And his activity is just at a high level, at an elite level, at the best level. I believe that Errol Spence is the kryptonite to Boots Ennis. Now, sometimes it's not about if he's better than this person. Remember, styles make fights. Let's not throw away. Let's not neglect that styles make fights. Hey, look, Forrest is way better than Mayorga, right? Skill set and everything. But he had his number. Shane Mosley had Hoya's number. You know, could we actually say that these guys are way beyond or better than the guy that they beat? You know what I'm saying? I believe that Forrest was a better fighter and boxer. But Mayorga had his number. You understand what I'm trying to say? So maybe this is a situation where maybe Jaron Boots Ennis got more tools in the toolbox than Errol the True Spence, because I believe that he got more tools in the toolbox than Errol Spence. I think that Boots Ennis is more of a complete fighter than Errol Spence. Yet, I believe that the style that Errol Spence bring may be the kryptonite to Boots Ennis style. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless, and on to the next.